and welcome to the Superintendent's Office, a show dedicated to spotlighting the great things in the public schools of Robeson County. I'm Tasha Oxenine. Welcome to the show. Today we have two very special guests. Please welcome Kevin Buie, the FFA Future Farmers of America Advisor for Purnell Swett High School, and Taleek Harlee, the Vice President of the Purnell Swett Chapter, to the show. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon.
So glad to have you. First of all, Kevin, tell me what exactly is FFA? And I know it's been around for a long time. For any of our viewers who don't know, tell us what it is.
FFA is the student organization for students enrolled in vocational agriculture. FFA has been around since 1928. It started out as an organization for young males that lived on farms, and it has evolved into what we have now.
And it's been around in our schools for a long time.
It's been around in our schools a very long time. Each of the high schools have an agriculture. Each of the schools have agriculture, and all of them have FFA chapters.
All of our high schools?
All your high schools, yes.
Okay. Is there a large chapter within the Purnell Swett High School?
Yes, our chapter has approximately 65 members.
Oh, good. How long have you been affiliated with FFA?
I've been affiliated with FFA since 1989. I attended Fairmont High School. My ag teacher was Mr. Chip Lewis. He and Mr. Eric Walters played a very instrumental part of my life as my FFA advisor, and they took me to all sorts of contests, and it's just always stuck with me.
Okay, and did it have an impact on you becoming?
It did. I've been at Purnell Swett now since July of 2000, and I've had a very good time there.
Okay. To be in the FFA, you don't have to have an ag background, do you?
No, you do not have to have an ag background, and most of the students that we have do not have an ag background. Very few kids actually now come from a farm setting.
Mm-hmm. I know that your chapter's been very active in the last couple of weeks. I understand you've attended 2 fairs. Correct. And there's been some landscaping and poultry. Tell me a little bit about some of the things that have been going on.
We've had the poultry judging contest, which was sponsored through the Robeson County Cooperative Extension Service had it, and our students participated in it at the county fair, where they did some judging on meat quality, and like I said, meat quality, as well as the birds themselves. They had a virtual bird that they had to judge. Wow. Yeah.
Taleek, I understand that you are the vice president for the Purnell Swett chapter. What drew you to FFA, or how did you get involved in FFA?
The way I got involved with FFA is, I would say, a little bit before I got to high school, because I love being outside and outdoors and seeing the study of how stuff grows. And so I think I got my interest from being at home.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity to attend the fair and participate in the fair poultry judging, or tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, I did have the opportunity to participate in poultry judging.
Okay. Also, I understand that there were some of your chapter participated in landscaping at the fair.
Yes.
Were you involved in that?
I don't know what.
He was not involved in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about the landscaping at the fair. What did your students do?
Well, with the landscaping, it's pretty much talking about our fair booth that we did. That's what they were talking about. Building a fair booth and having a display put in the Richardson building.
Okay. Taleek, what's been the favorite activity that you've taken part in so far? You were a junior at Purnell?
Yes. Earlier this year in March, we did a landscaping contest, and I really enjoyed that. I actually came in 2nd place. Okay. I really enjoyed it.
And I think that we have a photo of you with some fellow FFA members that we have on hand that was recently taken, and Mr. Buie's also. Tell us, where was this photograph taken, Taleek?
This photograph was taken at this year's state convention in Raleigh, North Carolina. It was a 3-day event back in June.
And what kind of opportunities did you all have at the state event?
Let's see. The opportunity that we had was we got to meet other FFA chapters throughout the state. We got to meet our state officers and be around great people.
Okay, and as a vice president, what does that entail? Do you assist with meetings, or do you coordinate some of the competitions, or what are some of the things that you do?
I do not coordinate meetings, but
You're in the early stages.
yes, yes.
All right, Mr. Buie. You said every high school in the district has an FFA chapter. How young can a student be to start an FFA?
And actually, in Robeson County, we don't have agriculture in the middle schools anymore. Once upon a time, we did have agriculture in the middle schools. But you can have middle school chapters, you can have high school chapters, as well as collegiate chapters. And you can have an alumni association for former members, people that were members in high school. You can have an alumni chapter where they can still not so much participate, but if they want to make contributions to their local chapters, they can do that through that way, through the alumni association.
Okay. Also, coming up, someone sent me a flyer today from one of the schools about a poinsettia sale. Are you also going to be participating in poinsettias this year? This particular year, unfortunately, we will not be selling poinsettias. But tell me a little bit about, you have a greenhouse on your campus? Yes, we've got a greenhouse. We've got a 30 by 60 Jada Luna greenhouse. And we've got an older greenhouse that we use both, and we sell plants out of them. Annual bedding plants, we sell a lot of them, and vegetables. Okay, and that has to be an extensive learning process for the students. Tell me a little bit about that. Well, with me teaching horticulture, what we try to do in Horticulture 1, I try my best to teach the kids how to transplant, how to propagate, which is growing seeds. We do two different ways. We do asexual reproduction and we do sexual reproduction from seed. Asexual reproduction we work on a lot because we're using cuttings and parts of plants to get new plants, which saves us a lot of money. And then we do a lot of seeding. But in Horticulture 2, the kids actually put the work that they've learned in Horticulture 1 is where they actually put it to work. Okay. What about the business side of it? You sell to the community? Yes, we sell to the community. We sell to people from Pembroke, Red Springs, Lumberton, Roland, Maxton. We have people come a long ways to buy plants from us. Okay, and is it a large operation? About how many do you normally sell during the year? I would hate to put a number on it, I really would. I would hate to put a number on it. It is a good amount, but it's not so much the money as the experience that the kids get. Taleek, have you participated with the greenhouse?
Yes, I have.
What sort of things have you learned from working with the greenhouse?
I learned different stuff working in the greenhouse. I learned, as he mentioned, transplanting, grafting. I think that's what we learned too. And starting plants off from seeds too. Has it rolled over into your personal life? I don't know if I ask you. Do you have a farm background? Did you grow up on a farm? No, I do not have a farm background. Okay. So are you transplanting plants at home or planting seeds? Are you trying your hand at your green thumb? Well, actually, over the summer I did try, but it didn't work out because I had brought a little greenhouse off of Amazon, but it didn't work out for me. What were you trying to grow? I think it was some marigolds, but I knew I was late trying to seed them though. Okay. And are you going to try your hand again, say, come spring? Yes. What do you hope to grow? Because I know I've been by the greenhouse and I know they have an extensive variety of gourds and everything. Yes. I think I might try some petunias. I just like to see try it out myself. Okay, that's exciting. Do you plan to incorporate FFA into your college plans? How is it going to affect your future? I know you're still in 11th grade. Actually, I'm thinking about going into the field of horticulture or veterinary science. So. Have you made a decision on which college you're looking at going to? I'm looking at NC State right now. Okay. And Mr. Buie, NC State obviously has a strong agricultural and science. We have engineers through NC State. Do you have students that are coming out of FFA that are going into programs such as at NC State? We've got students going to both land-grant colleges, NC State as well as North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University in Greensboro. We've got some local students that are going to be getting degrees in agriculture education here shortly that are probably going to be coming back to Robeson County for employment. That's wonderful. Yes. Does the FFA offer scholarship opportunities for the students? Can you tell us a little bit about that? The FFA probably offers more than, I'd say, probably $2 million worth of scholarships. Wow. And it's got a variety of scholarships through different partners such as Syngenta,
Monsanto, Pioneer Seed Company. They offer lots of scholarships in conjunction with those companies.
So as students, do you actively recruit, or how does it actually work? Say you have a 9th grade that's going into high school as an advisor. How do the students get the information or the opportunity to join FFA?
Well, a lot of times in the spring semester, what we'll do, we'll send down our chapter officers, such as Taleek. We'll send them down to the feeder schools, to our middle schools, and they'll do a recruitment pitch, you know, we'll do things like that. Also, for me, I've been at Swett now, this is my 16th year, so I'm teaching brothers and sisters. I'm actually teaching some of the students' children now.
Wow.
So, you know, and so that helps out a bunch. Haven't been there a good little while. Haven't developed a rapport.
And having that family history.
Right.
All right. Taleek, are you working toward any scholarships? Is that on the horizon for you?
Not right now.
Okay, so maybe next year.
Yes.
Obviously, in speaking to you about your students that I've spoken with today and other FFA students out at the greenhouse, they're obviously well-rounded. Tell me a little bit about how FFA is advising the whole student. You know, students aren't just learning about agriculture. You said they're doing public speaking, they're doing a little business on the side,
yes.
They're learning agriculture, science,
right.
Math. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, for me, I always like to teach kids, number one, how to live off the land. That is one of my primary goals, is to teach them how to live off the land and try to be a positive role model, a good influence. A lot of times I try my best to bridge that gap, you know, making sure that the kids are being taken care of and, you know, and anything they can do. And I like to see the kids mature. It's something to see a child in the 9th grade and then you see them again in the 12th grade and see how they've matured. And like Taleek, I taught Taleek as a freshman. And see him now, you know, as a junior, and the way he's, you know, progressed and he's still progressing, you know, is really, really awesome to me.
Okay, and they have opportunities to speak at banquets?
They have opportunities to speak at banquets. We have a public speaking contest through our leadership contests, which are held in the spring semester. They have all those opportunities for extemporaneous speaking as well as parliamentary procedure.
All right, that sounds like it's a great learning experience.
It is that.
All right. Well, joining us today, we have Kevin Buie, the Future Farmers of America Advisor for the Purnell Swett High School chapter, and Taleek Harlee, the Vice President of the Purnell Swett chapter of FFA. When we return, we will talk more about the FFA program and be joined by Terrika Hunt from Purnell Swett High School. Stay with us.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
So shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back to the Superintendent's Office, a show dedicated to spotlighting the great things in the public schools of Robeson County. I'm Tasha Oxenine. Joining me today is Kevin Buie, the Future Farmers of America Advisor for Purnell Swett High School chapter of FFA, and Terrika Hunt, the President of the Purnell Swett High School chapter of FFA. Terrika, welcome to the show, and welcome back, Mr. Buie.
Thank you.
Kevin, we've been talking about FFA, and you said the organization has a very long history in North Carolina. As students go out of the chapter and move on to college, do you see the FFA having an impact in their lives in the communities? Do you see your former chapter members doing more agricultural things or living up to our farm roots here in North Carolina?
Well, I see, seems like every week I have a student come back and talk about things that we did, especially in the spring semester when we started selling plants. See a lot of students coming back. I see a lot of students in town here in Pembroke. Mr. Buie, when you all going to start the plant sale, can I come out and buy plants? Can I come out? I still have some students that actually want to come out and work in the greenhouse.
Really?
They still enjoyed it. We have a good time. I mean, we really have a good time working. I try our best to make it like a work environment. Last semester, in the spring semester rather, Terrika was our greenhouse manager. And really all I did was I stood back and watched her supervise the other students in the greenhouse.
Terrika, tell us a little bit about that. What were some of your roles to, advise the students on in the greenhouse, or what were you doing?
Well, as the greenhouse manager, I would mostly label all the plants, make sure that the dates were correct, that the seeds were covered properly, and that the students were mostly doing what they were supposed to, and making sure that our product would be successful.
Do you have a farm background?
No, ma'am, I do not, but during the summers, my grandfather and I would do different things like with peas and different stuff.
So having the opportunity to grow plants from seeds, did you learn a lot from that opportunity?
Yes, ma'am, I did, and I would also experiment at home also.
What about the other students? Did you see, for some students, they don't have a clue about how a plant grows or anything. Did you see it as being a real eye-opener for some of your classmates?
Yes, ma'am.
What about the business side of it? Was it a great learning experience for you on that side?
Yes, we had to help the customers purchase plants and give them a kind of idea of what they were buying.
Okay. You're a senior at Purnell Swett High School and the president of the chapter this year. How long have you been participating in FFA?
I have been participating in the FFA since 2012, and I have loved every minute of it.
Tell us why.
Because you get to learn many new experiences, you get to meet new people, and it's just something that I love.
Do you plan to incorporate the things that you've learned from FFA into your future or in your college future?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I plan to do horticulture or with animal science. That's my two options.
You're a senior. Do you have already some prospects for college? Have you decided where you're going?
I have kind of an idea. I'm budging between NC State and I was looking at Mount Olive University too.
Why Mount Olive?
Because it's kind of close to home and they have a great agri-science program.
Okay, okay. Would you say that FFA has really changed from your direction from when you came into high school in 9th grade? Would you say that it's really made a difference in who you really were or what your focus in your future was?
Yes, it has. It's made me more of an outgoing person, and I'm more like outspoken and more better with children.
Okay. We have a photograph that we used earlier in the show, but we're going to show it again. And you're in this photograph, Terrika. Tell me, what was one of the exciting things that you did at this, it was a state chapter
State
event?
convention.
State convention. What were some of the things that you learned at the state convention?
The state convention was a great experience. We got to meet FFA members from all over North Carolina and from other states, and it was just a great opportunity, and we got to meet our FFA state officers, and we went to leadership programs, so it was great.
That's wonderful. Mr. Buie, I know you have some exciting things that the students have already taken part of just in the month of October. What are some other things that are on the horizon for your students for this year?
Next up on our agenda, we've got the FFA truck and tractor driving contest, which a lot of kids get a chance to, our farm kids get a chance to demonstrate their ability to drive a tractor as well as drive trucks. Actually, Terrika drove a tractor for us a little bit last year, the tractor driving contest. We've got that coming up. And in the new year, we've got our leadership contest, which is our creed, FFA creed, which the students come in and recite FFA creed. We've got our parliamentary procedure. We've got our extemporaneous prepared public speaking, as well as our prepared public speaking contest, which will be held in February.
And are all of these events taking place at Purnell Swett?
This particular school year, they'll be held at St. Paul's. But what we normally do, we rotate them around here in the county.
Okay, tell me a little bit about the drive-in event that you were telling me about.
The tractor driving event. The tractor driving event is kind of for a rural area such as Robeson County, it's kind of a time-honored event. Students get a chance to they have to demonstrate their backing skills for the tractor driving and be able to drive through an obstacle course. And the truck driving is pretty much the same. It's got a obstacle course that they go through going forward as well as one backing. So it's a neat contest to see. Yeah. It's one neat one for me because I participated also in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Terrika, tell me a little bit about your experience. I saw a photograph of you on a tractor. Tell me what was happening, even though we don't have the photograph today. Tell me a little bit about what you learned with the tractor driving experience.
It was a great experience, and first of all, it was my first time ever being on a tractor. And I basically could do the figure 8, but I couldn't quite get back and up.
So you didn't win a top trophy or anything? Did
No.
the students go away with top medals?
Now we did win the contest actually. We won the contest. We had a student go on and compete at the Southern Farm Show, which is held in February. We did have a student to go on and compete and place. I think he placed 20th in the state.
That's exciting.
Yes.
That's exciting. And the students recently also attended the state fair.
Yes.
And Terrika, you had an opportunity to travel with them as well?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
What was, I know a lot of students from across the state go. Why is it important for your students to attend the state fair?
Well, most people look at the state fair just from the recreation side of it, but the thing about it, if you really stop, it is actually the North Carolina State Agricultural Fair. And what happens is you've got the best of all animals, your grand champion animals. That means that your grand champion bull will be there, your grand champion goats, your grand champion sheep. All of those animals are going to be there. Grand champion hogs, they're going to be there. And people that raise these humongous watermelons, you'll have all of those, or the real big sweet potatoes. You have all those things there. And it's an event that the kids get a chance to see some of the latest in technology and agriculture.
Okay, and Terrika, what was your favorite part at the state fair?
My favorite part at the state fair was obviously the food, and also the experience of seeing all the animals and like seeing young children judging and animals and different stuff.
Did I see I saw a photograph of somebody what looked like milking a cow.
Hey, that was at our state convention last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that. Have you ever been on a farm to milk a cow?
No, ma'am. It's a great opportunity that I would love to have because I really don't have a farm background. And two, we was in a museum, and so I just tried it out.
One of the things that we do at the when we take kids to the state convention, we travel the legislative buildings. We go by and meet all of our reps from this area. We go by and let them know, please continue to support Robeson County. We went by the Commissioner of Agriculture's office, which was my first time ever going there, and it was a real good event for us. Unfortunately, he wasn't in that day, but we came away with a lot of nice things. Good experience for the kids.
Well, I'm sure that's a great opportunity for them to get out and see what's happening with the General Assembly and the legislature. But, Robeson County has, we've sort of come full circle. We were an agricultural background county, but today, I hear farmers talking about, I recently heard a farmer talking about they had a tractor that the tractor wouldn't move unless you program satellite programming into it. So tell me how this is key to, moving our students, keeping our rural background and our rural roots, but still making it fun and trying to encourage students to stay in that ag area.
Well, technology is all around us. With the advancement of global position systems, I mean, it's truly, I know when I was young, it was pretty much mashing the clutch and putting the tractor in gear. Now, you've got GPS systems where the tractor can pretty much drive itself and you just sit there. It has come full circle, truly has.
Is this an area where it gives you an opportunity to show the students, you know, fun things that it's no longer just what it used to be?
It is that, and it's really a draw for the, you know, the students that are not from the rural area, but you know they may be technological, you know, very savvy. It's a real good draw. It's a real good draw. I tell people that we live in the I generation, the iPad, the iPod, and so on.
And Terrika, is that going to affect you? Tell me again what you're looking at for college.
Either I was horticulture or agri-science.
And what do you hope to do when you know, what's your future goal when you graduate? What are you thinking about?
One thing that I'm thinking about is a veterinarian because I like animals, and two, I loved being in the greenhouse and getting that experience with horticulture and the flowers and the soil and the different diseases. So I have two options.
Well, that shows a really diverse biology background there as well. As you're moving forward, if we have some community members or viewers that they say, oh, that sounds exciting, you know, I would love for my child's in 5th grade or 6th grade, what would you suggest to them to get involved in FFA?
I would tell them to get involved in FFA because you're going to need agriculture. You know, I tell people, you know, agriculture, you're going to need it every day, you know, either bathing, eating, shelter, clothing, you need agriculture. It's one of those things that is a necessity.
Okay. And for the parents, say, you said the earliest a child can become involved is 8th grade? Is 8th,
well, actually in high school now, it's just in high school. We don't have it in the middle grades anymore.
Okay. And for parents that have children that are in the middle grades, how would they actually, when they're getting into high school, how do they go to their FFA?
Well, actually, they will register in the 8th grade for the 9th grade.
Okay.
And they'll receive a booklet. The parents receive a booklet, or they can go online and look at the booklet. And they can choose the class. We like for students to sign up or enroll in agri-science, which is the first class they should take. But they can take other classes, but agri-science is the class we'd like to see them take, agri-science applications.
And you said you see a number of students coming back in the community, and do you see any that have gone on to become engineers that came out of Purnell? Or
yes, see a lot of those, engineers, doctors, just Dr. Chavis over here with Dr. Brooks was one of my former students.
Wow, that has to be very rewarding.
Oh, it is that.
Well, thank you for coming on the show today, and I'm looking forward to seeing exciting opportunities from you, Terrika, and maybe I'll get some awards this year coming around and, you know, find some points at us. All right, that's all the time we have for today. I'd like to thank Kevin Buie. He's the Future Farmers of America Advisor for Purnell Swett High School, and Taleek Harlee and Terrika Hunt for coming on the show. And with 24,000 talented children, there's always something going on in the public schools of Robeson County. Be sure to follow us on the web for news from each school and in the Aware magazine. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for daily updates. And if you have a chance or the opportunity arises to read to a child, do so. You never know the difference it'll make. Have a great week.